Hello my friends and welcome back to Minecolonies Shogun style. Last episode we got the sniffer egg, we got the sniffer. That gave us access to torch flowers, which was the last thing we needed to get almost every building we have up to level 4. So let me show you what we've been up to over the weekend. Now we started work on the warehouse, the restaurant, and the town hall. These were the big 3 buildings that I wanted to get done as soon as possible because they're very close to each other. And yeah, the warehouse is pretty important. At level 4, more storage is always welcome, but it did take the builder a huge amount of time. In fact, our builder got stuck on the town hall, and I keep having to come back to reset them, but that's okay because there's other buildings we can work on. Now we're going to start big and look at the university. This is what this thing looked like at level 3, and check out the massive glow up as it goes to level 4. Fantastic, those blue shingle roofs look incredible. The hospital too looks pretty fantastic over here. And combo this with the chicken farmer's hut, which also looks amazing at level 4. Love those green mossy roofs. What I really love about the hospital is just the height. This really looks like a classic Japanese pagoda and is a real figure piece for the colony. Now moving around we have the cowhand's hut, which also combos up as the sheep herder hut and the pig farmer's hut. Again, this is a massive building, one of my favorites on the colony, and it gets these lovely mossy roofs at level 4. Lovely. Now let's bring it round to the rest of the agricultural district, and we've got the flower and the bee huts, the composter's hut, the farm, and the lumberjack, all up to level 4. Man, I love those mossy roofs. These buildings look really cool. Now we started work on the tavern, but just like the town hall, this one had a few difficulties, so we're going to be building this one over time. But that's the upper city taken care of. Let's move over to the lower city now. And starting from the top over here in the lower city, we have the sawmill and the smeltery, and of course on the left, the stone smeltery. These 3 buildings don't quite look that impressive. Not all buildings get those blue shingles. In fact, it feels like the production buildings generally stay with these darker shingles, but they do look really cool. Then moving over to the bottom, and we will be working our way up the lower city. This is obviously the crusher, the estate with the bakery in, and the stone smelter over here. That's right, it was the stone mason, not the smelter, before. And these look really cool, but I do need to fix that road and decorate around here. Then of course the plantations, and I was worried that I hadn't got the front of these facing the right direction, but as it goes up to level 4, you can see I definitely did get that right with the balcony out here at the front. Amazing. Then of course up we have 2 more estates. These are the glass blower and the dyer hut estates. And again, yeah, these just look really cool at level 4. They don't get the blue roofs, which is a bit of a shame, but maybe that works. You know, you can't have blue roofs everywhere. Then we'll come around and we have the graveyard and of course the concrete mixer's hut. These both look pretty cool at level 4. But just like the rest of the lower city, we do need to do a bit more decoration around here. Add some trees, some decoration, fences and hedges. Then the castle, a big one. Now we wanted this to be level 4 so we can get the archery ranges at last. And this thing looks pretty cool at level 4, but we will need to fix the moat because upgrading this has broken that a little bit. And bam, over here at the back, the biggest building on the colony so far, the Dogo Onsen. Gonna get the name right this time, but yeah, this thing looks really, really, really cool at level 4. Very happy with how this has come up. And this is a building that's gonna be very cool to see at level 5. Anyway, I think that is the entire city done. So let's take a big look at the entire city so far. Man, it's crazy to think how far I've come since just finding this biome and putting down my supply camp. But we have made an insane amount of progress, and I'm super happy with how this thing looks so far. It's been a real task. There's still a few buildings we do need to get to level 4 that are still level 3, namely, obviously the tavern and the town hall are not yet finished. The supply camp that I started with the player house, I'm not sure about getting that to level 4, or even upgrading it at all, because I am secretly worried that something's going to mess up and my blocks inside are going to get replaced, and I don't want to lose my computer. Can you imagine? That'd just be a nightmare. Oh man, all the bits on the floor. Oh god, imagine picking that up. But I do think we'll save the Machia, which is the big residential estates. I think we'll save those apartment buildings for last and upgrade them all the way to level 5 when we finally do get there. But it's cool to see all of the stuff around the upper city, and yeah, things are looking pretty good up here. And now we swoop over to the lower city, and things are going really well over here. What's been really cool actually is looking at this city, and also some of you guys in my Discord channel, you can join the community Discord by looking in the description below. And there is a link that shows you how to get there, but yeah, oh man, some of you guys have been showing me your colonies that you've been doing on your own worlds, and there's some really cool inspiration there. Some of you guys are really good at building colonies. So that's been great to see. Also, we do have some competitions there, here and there. Dig and Toodles on the community server do run Minecolonies competitions every now and then, and those have been a great source of inspiration for me because some of the guys in the community are, again, yeah, just really good at making colonies. And it has also kind of inspired me to finish my pod style. I was working on my own Minecolony style for a while, but I got busy and put it on the back burner. But yeah, once I finished the Shogun colony, I think we might be coming back to that and finishing that pod style. I've got an itch to build and I want to scratch it. But yeah, there it is, the finished city almost completely at level 4. The only thing now is to go to level 5. Okay, well, that's a big step. Let's see what it entails. Oh man, yeah, so much to do, but if we take a look over here at the tavern, you can see, oh, we're making progress. We've got some calcite here, and yeah, it's slowly going up, but this is a big building, and yeah, sometimes the builders get stuck on certain buildings. I've got a bit of gold in my backpack, like a stack and a half, so let's see if we can find some new and interesting names. Gregor Akizuki, we've got both of those. We've got a lot of people on the colony now, so a lot of these names are already in. Slaneshi Bits. Don't need any more Slaneshi Bits on the colony. But who's this over here in the tavern garden? It is Sina Sherma. I don't know if we have a Sina. So let's get you in. 48, that's expensive. That puts me down to 46. I reckon we can afford one more though if we're cheap. So who's this head over here bopping around? It is Icky Vicky Thorn. We've had a few Icky Vickies in our time. There's a random dark home in the tavern just popped up. Lyra Crown, obviously, and who's this at the back? Raven Dunhill. I don't know if you had a Raven. So, can we afford you? Yeah, 46. The perfect amount. We're totally out of gold, and let's get back to building. So yeah, as you can see, also the town hall over there isn't quite finished. Our builder is working on the final bits, but yeah, it's going to be a little while before that's finished. Let's just double check on them, make sure they are okay. So one way to fix these guys is just to recall them. They'll come back over here, then they'll walk back to the building, and 9 times out of 10, this fixes them for a little time. It's only very rarely that this doesn't fix them when they're building a building. Anyway, yeah, so oh my god, yeah, that's a good point. So we're level 4 now. The university is level 4, so we can hire another researcher, and also we can look at level 4 research. There's some really cool level 4 researchers, but for the most part, they're just upgrades on the level 3. Let's go take a look though. So yeah, looks like someone has automatically been hired. No, they haven't. So we can hire a researcher. I think, oh, it looks like Fibble Fester is pretty high level, so we'll get you in. Very cool. And the research. So we'll start with civilian, because I do think we're going to need more dudes pretty soon. Village is pretty important, but it does need our town hall to be level 4. So that's why that's a very important building to get up in the levels. But as you can see, without a doubt, civilian is our most neglected research. There is so much we could have researched here that we just haven't bothered, because most of the civilian researchers require food. And yeah, we haven't got cookies and things. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Technology, on the other hand, is the opposite end of the spectrum. I think this is the most important tree to research. It's the one that gives you access to the most buildings, and as you can see, there's only one research we can actually even do here, but it is a pretty good one. Citizen block place speed for some iron ingots. So I'll grab some iron ingots, put them into the university, and get at least one level 4 research underway. Okay, a healthy amount of iron in our backpack. Go over to research technology, and let's queue this up. And there you go, our first level 4 research underway. But let me show you how long this takes, because it's a long time. Oh my god. Yeah, 4 hours. And that's not even just like IRL time. That's in-game time of the colonists actually even working. So it's in-game daytime. So we made it, we're level 4, but we want to be level 5. That's what we need to do this episode. Now, I was thinking that, hang on a sec, in traditional mine colonies, you need to go to the end to get to level 5. That's not exactly the case with Shogun. It breaks a few of the rules, and let me show you what those rules are. We'll start with the restaurant over here, because this is level 4. Man, this is pretty cool, isn't it? Don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Oh man, yeah, it does seem the colony does work pretty well though. The restaurant is busy. People are coming over here and eating food. They're all eating carrots though. I mean, maybe they could find something better. But a look at build options, and yeah, this is what we need to get the building to level 5. And there's almost 0 end materials here. Smooth quartz, oxidized copper, blocks of gold, fair amount of those. But for the most part, this is all stuff we can get. Well, no, it's all overworld stuff. There isn't a single thing here that's hard to get. Just terracotta, brown wool. I like that. I like that not all level 5 buildings just ham-fist in end materials to make it so they work to obey the gameplay rules. Well, that makes things very, very easy indeed. Now, I'm fairly sure that at least one building is going to require one thing from the end. Let's keep looking around at the buildings that are already level 4. Obviously, we can't get anything to level 5 unless the builder's hut's are level 5, so we might as well go over here and take a look at these first, because these are pretty important, right? Build options, and what's a tricky thing here? Aha, yeah, our first tricky thing, and it is torch flowers. So we caught the sniffer last episode, but I didn't show you exactly how they work, because yeah, it was going to take him about an hour to grow up. So let's go over there and look at him now. So I made his pen a little... Oh no! Archer Hingle Bobohead was killed by a zombie, but where did you die? Can you see through the ground his gravestone? I don't know, it could be anywhere. Oh man. A zombie, where could that be? Well, you know what, we'll leave that to happen. Wait, was it there? Oh yeah, there it is! Oh my god, he got lost. Yeah, this is a real problem. Whenever colonists go down to the village, they get lost on their way back and somehow die in the caves underneath the colony. Well, you know what, we can't help him. So my dudes, the way a sniffer works is fairly simple. You need to give him a pretty big pen. As you can see, we expanded the fence and gave him more area to roam. What he does is he'll walk around and sniff the ground. Every now and again, he'll dig something up. There's a couple of things that can be, and one of them is the torchflower seed. When he digs things up, he remembers where he dug and will not dig there again for a long time. And he'll remember up to 20 blocks, so you need to make sure his pen is bigger than 20 blocks. Now, when he digs something up, there is a 8-minute cooldown. So it's pretty slow going, and there's no guarantee that even though we're sat here watching him, he's gonna find anything. However, I do want to see him pop something out, so I might just wait here for a few minutes and see what happens. Oh my god, the fisherman? Again, yeah, the caves. Oh, we've got to block those up. Oh, he's doing something. He's moving his head. Oh, he's done something. Oh, here we go. He's digging. He is digging. Oh, that's amazing. I've never seen this actually happen. And what did he get for us? Oh my god. He got for us fluorescent cattail sprouts, blue glowcane shoots, pale pumpkin, green glowcane, and wait, sussy bee spawn egg? Oh, whoa. So, oh, wait, hang on a sec. There's more in there. I have to dig my way in, though. I don't think he'll escape while we just come over here and just pick this up. But that's a pretty top tip. So, yeah, even in modded Minecraft, this thing is still really useful because you can often find modded flowers and spawn eggs that you might not find otherwise. Like, I don't know what a sussy bee is. Let's take a look. What is a sussy bee? Oh, very cool. So a sussy bee turns blocks into suspicious blocks. So you can get suspicious clay, suspicious gravel, suspicious soul sand, suspicious sand. That's pretty cool because inside suspicious clay, you can find all the Modium smithing templates. That's a pretty cool hack. Likewise, suspicious soul sand can get you vibranium smithing plates. Oh man, that's amazing. I had no idea you could do this. That's very cool indeed. So top tip, even in modded and especially in all the mods, sniffers are amazing. Plus also he looks a little bit like some weird Japanese demon, so we'll leave him here and let him continue to sniff. So yeah, every now and again the sniffer will get you torch flower seeds. We grabbed a few and planted them over here next to our almost constructed, oh it's very close isn't it? So close to being finished. But yeah, we've got torch flowers over here now, and we can dig these up. Very nice. However, it does spend the seed, so yeah, if you want to keep these renewable, you can use them in a garden cloche to get even more. But you will need to use the actual seed. And if we can find it, oh, also, we can give it to a farmer. And that might be a good idea. Yeah, we're going to have to put down some more torchflower seeds once we get some from the sniffer, because, check it out, now that our farm is level 4, we get a second farmer's hut. And that's going to give us access to 4 more fields. That's pretty cool. Yeah, here it is. The farm. It's level 0 at the moment, but we can add this to the list of things to build. It's pretty simple after all, and we'll get this thing up to level 4. That's going to give us access to 4 more farmers' fields, which is really good. 1 farm at level 4 becomes 2 farms. But alright, 8 torch flowers for now is pretty good. We can give those to the builders, and that covers the first 2 builders' huts up to level 5. But let's take a look at some of these other buildings and see what they need to get to level 5. I think the university, for one, is a massive building, and this is going to have some tricky materials to get to level 5, I'm fairly sure. Oh, but you know what? I'm scrolling down and I'm not seeing a single thing from the end. Yeah, there's gold here, there's shroom lights, but there's no end materials. Oh man, maybe Spumantii has had a genius idea, well I think it's a genius idea, and he's decided that you shouldn't have to go to the end to mess with Minecolonies, because yeah, I get that. Going to the end, killing the Ender Dragon, it's a very vanilla Minecraft thing to do, so it's not something you want to mess around with really. What about the hospital? What's over here? Oh my god, music to my ears. Not a single thing here is from the end either. Oh, Dean Fister, this is an amazing day. We do not have to kill the Ender Dragon. This is pretty incredible, but I'm going to keep going because we might get bamboozled. One of these buildings might have a cheeky end rod somewhere, you never know. The chicken farmer's hut, copper, oxidized copper, gold, brown concrete. Oh my god. My dudes, this is amazing. This is really cool to see. What about the cowhand's hut? Is the cowhand hut going to mess us around? Build options, terracotta, copper, oxidized. No, oh my god, my dudes. This is seriously amazing news. We do not have to go to the end. Oh, I was all ready to... Oh, a raccoon crossing the street. Is that good luck? No, it's not a black cat. Black cats are bad luck. So I'm going to say if a black raccoon crosses the road in front of you, that's good luck, isn't it, my dude? Come back here. Let me stroke you. Come on, let me stroke you. Can I stroke you? I can't stroke you. So that is excellent news all round. Means we can get to level 5 without having to mess with the end. Oh, that's really incredible news. But there is one more thing we do need to take care of. We'll do a quick reset of the builders just to make sure they're not stuck. Come over here, get back to work. Likewise, you... Oh no, Sakura's in here. What's your problem, Sakura?
Great to see you.
You're working. You've got materials in your inventory. You've got everything you need to get the tavern up, but you're just stuck again. Oh no, she's going to grab materials. So we'll leave her to it. But yeah, the thing we're going to do now is go over to... We'll take the lower stairs, because I think this is a pretty cool tunnel. We're going to go over to the Dogo Onsen and check out the new building over there. It's the final building that we never built. It is, of course, the Alchemist's Hut. Wait, my friends, before we even get there, there is, of course, the castle and the archery ranges here too. So let's pop in there and get those things built as well. I'm fairly sure level 4 gives us access to those. In fact, I do remember putting the archery range blocks inside here. So, oh yeah, and look, there's 2 of them. Now, when the buildings put buildings inside buildings, that's a lot of buildings. Inside buildings like this, it doesn't replace some of the blocks. So we're going to have to get these replaced when these buildings get built, but that's okay. It's a very simple craft. Look at this, orange beds, targets, and dark oak fence. But this is going to mean we're going to have 2 archery ranges inside the castle. 2 archery ranges is pretty good news. So Dunmore the Diva is the only guy close enough. Even then though, his builder's hut is miles away from here, so that's not ideal. But it will get done. And now let's head it over to the Dogo Onsen. So yeah, the final building that we wanted to build over here, it's upstairs, and I think it's over here. Yes, it was the Alchemist's Hut. And honestly, look at the Dogo Onsen. This thing looks seriously incredible at level 4. We can just walk onto the roof here, because why not do a bit of roofing? And it is a really impressive building. Look at this. I love those glass roofs. Doesn't that look really incredible? This is, honestly, I think one of the most detailed buildings. I even prefer this to the palace. The palace is a big build, but it doesn't have the level of detail that this thing has. This is a really cool building. I love it. Anyway, yeah, the final job on the colony is an alchemist. So let's assign a worker. Here we go. Oh man, the final job. This is the last job we're ever going to assign to anybody until someone dies, of course. And we have a lot of options here, a lot of unemployeds. So we're looking for dexterity and mana, and it looks like it's gonna be... Ooh, tricky, but no, it's gonna be Jessim. Jessim Sharma with some amazing stats there for this. Get you in. But what does a Japanese alchemist look like? Okay, yeah, it's a pretty simple look, but I like how discreet most of the jobs look in this style. Now, the alchemist is very cool. Apart from being the guy that the druids come to get their combat potions, the alchemist also can craft just regular potions too. If you want them to make, let's say, potion of mundane potion, we can give them that recipe. Awkward potions, that could come in handy too. No, wait, we don't want to waste that nether wart, so we'll hold off on that. But potion of night vision, that could come in handy. All the potions you want them to make. Potion of healing, why not? Can be placed over here. It's a general potion crafter. Pretty cool. Potion seller. But that's good news. The alchemist is in place making potions for our druids. We don't have any druids yet because honestly, druids are not very Japanese, so I kind of don't want to have any if I can get away with it. Now, before we go back to the main colony and check on the town hall, we're also going to make sure that we have people inside the archery ranges and the combat academy training up. So in fact, I'm going to get these buildings built and come back to you guys so we can fill them up with trainees. Okay, my dudes, so sometime later, and both of these combat academies are level 4, but we need to make sure that these guys are auto-hiring our unemployed dudes to make sure there's always people training up in the combat academy. So manage workers, automatic hiring, and we should get some guys being recruited as trainees. We're also going to do the same thing upstairs on the archery range. Oh yeah, look at that. Warboy the Diva became an archer? Did he? Is this set to automatic? No. He became a knight in the Knight Academy. So this one to automatic as well. Oh man, yeah, look at that. The archery range and the combat academies filling up real quick. We'll recall the workers so they come over here. Make sure this one is also set to automatic. But these guys still do need weapons and things to get going. So I reckon, yeah, our blacksmith should hook these guys up with the weapons they need. They'll get delivered by the couriers over time, but we'll leave them to it because, oh my god, we're ready, my dudes, to go to level 5. What I'm going to do is plug the torch flowers into our builders' huts, get the rest of the materials ready as well, and we can watch the time lapse of both of those builders' huts going to level 5. Actually, do you know what? We'll start with the builder's hut down here because it just looks so much better on camera. So the level 5 builder's hut up from level 4. Now, this is a pretty simple build. And honestly, okay, yeah, the builder did get stuck for one, but that's par for the course at this point in the game. But honestly, it looks like at level 4, the building was basically feature complete because at level 5, I can see very little difference between the previous build. But either way, it's level 5 now. Let's jump in and take a look inside. So yeah, my friends, honestly, very confusing indeed. Not really much has changed. If I look inside and try and remember what was different, I couldn't even tell you. The basement doesn't seem like it's changed much at all. I can't detect any changes here. Also, there is an attic that we've never really looked at, but it looks like maybe this was it? Did they add this? I don't know. I don't think much has really changed. The back end is okay as well, but either way, it's level 5 now, which means all of the lower city can be upgraded to level 5. Now, I've been looking around at the other buildings trying to see, because there must be some building somewhere that needs some materials from the end. But you know what? I don't think that's actually the case. And it would be a bit of a bamboozle, right? Can you imagine if you were designing a style pack and you said, oh yeah, no buildings need anything from the end, oh, except this one building. So maybe, I think if we build the palace, the wonder, that will probably need some things from the end because that's a very impressive build, right? But for the most part, level 5 around the colony doesn't need much at all. Honestly, it's pretty impressive. And as you can see, well, it's taking its time, but the builder is slowly getting there with the town hall. Baby steps. Likewise, I imagine the tavern is well on the way as well. It's difficult to see the progress to see how much has been done, but it looks like, yeah, it's slowly coming up. So my dudes, a massive thank you for watching. Everything on the colony is level 4 now, and we've upgraded to level 5 on one builder's hut. Getting the rest of them up is going to be pretty simple, so I'm thinking I might spend some time doing some building upgrades and come back to you next episode with a full level 5 colony, and I think that might even be the final episode. There's also some decoration to take care of around the colony, down in the lower city for one, and we need to make sure we utilize the second farm that we have in the level 4 farm, because we can fit 4 more fields now if we play our cards right. So Kaito, what do you think about the colony being level 4?
I have to say, this place is looking very impressive now. I am proud to be a citizen of Shinjuku. Here's a haiku to celebrate. Towers nearly done. Streets hum with footsteps and dreams. One brick left to place.
Well, that's a haiku and a half. So my dudes, a massive thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.